Hello everyone. Sorry, just getting orientated here. Yes, we are all. Hold on one second. Yes, we are in the right orientation. I am so sorry. Second guessing myself. Okay, let's see if I am truly live and everything is working. So welcome, come in, say hello, have a little chat to each other for a couple of seconds just while I get all the technology working. Considering I walked in the door about 15 minutes ago, I'm doing really well. Hello, Lorraine. How are you? Okay. And yes, I can see myself. Can I? And I can hear myself as well. So hopefully everything is working out there in YouTube land and you can see and hear me. So today I said I'd be back with what I promised on Monday, but we got a bit waylaid by projects. So if you're here on Monday, we use the Christmas tags and more specialty paper, and we actually made 4 cards. 2 were of a similar design and they were from my team meeting, and then I did another 2 using similar papers, all from the pack. Super duper easy. We made 4 cards in about an hour, and that was just using the paper, which the paper and die cuts that come in the pack. And I used, and we'll be using them again today, the greetings for you. Yes, the greetings for you ephemera pack, and this is full of self-adhesive greetings. Now, the thing we didn't get to on Monday was the traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder. So what I was going to do today, I'll make versions of the cards that I made in class that I didn't appear to grab the cards, and I wanted to try something one of my teen girls did, and I really liked it. So I have made 2 offset wreaths, and I want to do a more central wreath this time because one of the girls did it and it looked amazing. So that's the first card. Oh good, thank you, and I'm glad you can hear and see me. And then what I thought, just beside me here, I've grabbed out my two-tone design, my two-tone paper. And what I thought was we would have some fun with the embossing folder and some two-tone paper. So they're my plans for today. I haven't got too much to report. When we flip around, I'll show you where this embossing folder appears in the catalogue. I'll grab my iPad. And then that way you can find it because it's within a suite. It's not a product by itself. It is within a suite. So make sure you're coming on, saying hi. Tell me if you've started your Christmas cards. My lovely friend Bonnie, who I reported a couple of weeks ago, hadn't started her Christmas cards. She very proudly told me she has now started her Christmas cards. So I was very happy with that, and she was feeling a whole lot better. And obviously I started my Christmas cards in January. I think very soon I need to go through and count because I need about 80 cards. So I need to go through and count and see where I'm sitting at. So let's flip around, get started playing, and we can have a chat while I do that. Oh, that's awesome, Lorraine. How many do you make roughly? So you'll just pop there for a second. Oh, started them today. That's even better. Hopefully I can inspire you with some of these designs. Hey, Margine. Okay, we are in Zoom. Yep. Hey, Beryl. Zoomed too far. Oh, that's lovely. A lot of my excess cards get donated to a local disability charity. One of my team members does makes cards for them. She makes cards for guide dogs, and she also does stuff for a couple of nursing homes. So like my teen swaps and a lot of my other cards, I donate to her because I know they are going to such a very good cause. Okay, I think we are good. I'll just grab the light. David, can you grab the light? Cool, thank you. Awesome, he's not on the phone. They certainly are worthwhile causes. And the girls in the team know, top on please. The girls in the team know that when the products on the cards are no longer current, that is where they go, and they love that as well. Because we've got her in our team, we don't need to find anybody. So I think one of my team members did a whole de-stash of her products and literally gave her a Stampin' Up box full of cards. And she was so very thankful because it also reduces what she needs to make, or she likes to make. So these are the products that we were playing with on Monday. Okay, we're just going to do a little, oh, here we are right here, very close. So this embossing folder comes with the Traditions of Christmas suite. So I will show you these pages. So these are the products. So you've got 2 stamp sets. We've got the embellishments, which we will also use today. The designer series paper that I'll use on another card next week. I have no idea what happened then, but I'm glad I'm back. Yep, I am back and I can hear myself as well. Hey Susie, hey Sharon, thanks for joining. So we have the embossing folder just up here. So if I go to number 5 on the list, it's the Traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder. So, and it's one of our big ones. It's 6 inches by 6 1/4. So when we use our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, we want to use our number 4 grey plate. And I think that's where I'm going to start. I've got 2 pieces of white, basic white paper that will go with the cherry cobbler. And David is making a right racket out there. He's lost his phone. And he's just trying to ping it to find it. But yes, this is where this is from. Let me flick another page. So we do have this as a wonderful background piece to some of the stamps. Whoa, I didn't want that. And then we have it as a gorgeous scrapbook page and showing how you can color it in. Do we have anything on this page? Possibly not, but it does showcase the suite very, very well and different things that you can do with it. So how many of you have this embossing folder? Because I think it's very versatile and I do love a good wreath. I wish this would lock. There we go, all locked. Okay, that is in its home. Just turn my trolley around just in case I am actually missing something. Aha, I just found it. So what I have used on these cards, and I haven't even grabbed out the ink pad, but I have now, we use the embossing folder. We also use the Greetings for You ephemera sentiments, and I used a blending brush with ink in soft sea foam, and I used cherry cobbler blends. It doesn't matter whether I use dark or light. And the matching from the same suite, traditional sparkling sequins. So I used all of those things, and I have kind of made both my cards same but different. So this one uses a big sentiment, this one uses a little one. I've used gold embellishments on this one and green on here. So these ones are olive and these ones are gold. So just a few little differences. Hey Sheila, welcome, welcome. So I have my basic white, just our normal cardstock here. I'm going to pop these card bases off to the side, and I do have a bit of a confession to make actually. Just let me grab my machine and then I'll tell you my confession. Okay, I have my number 4 plate and I don't need anything else. I just need my 1 and my 4 plate here. So my confession is I looked at the rest of my desk this morning. I have not put away my cardstock from my video 2 days ago. It's a bit like that at the moment. We have had 2 days of fairly steady rain. Today is 13 degrees Celsius. It's a bit chilly considering we had 27 on Monday. It was actually really nice and warm. Hey Charlotte, really nice and warm, and now we have 13 degrees, which you can see all. I've got my jumpers back on. They never went away, but it's just like, oh my word. And I had to be out in it today. I had an appointment, David had an appointment. We ducked to the shops to try and find something, which they didn't have, but the guy was very kind and said, I'm going to check our other stores and give you a call back. So that was really good. So for one, I might do it for both of these cards. I want to open up the traditional wreath embossing folder. So I want this kind of centered. Doesn't help when the piece of paper kicks when I'm doing this. So yeah, I kind of want it centered. So we've got that blank space in the middle and the wreath embossing around it. So as usual, I'm putting my spine side in first, popping my number 4 dark grey plate on top and cranking it through. I know the weather, and it's been fairly thick rain. It has lightened up. The rain has lightened up, because I even, not because I was cold, because I didn't want to get my hair wet, I took a beanie with me today as well. Okay, I'm gonna activate everyone's devices, so please bear with me a second. Alexa, what is 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
60 degrees Fahrenheit is about 15.6 degrees
That's
Celsius.
about the same as us. Yeah, so your chilly 60 degrees Fahrenheit is about the temperature of what it is outside here now. But yes, that is a very big difference to come home to. Okay, so we have this beautiful piece just like this. I'm actually very tempted to do both of them like this because I've got 2 offset, so I might as well do 2 central. It doesn't really matter whether they're portrait or landscape. Actually, should I make some landscape cards? So that is the question. 2 portrait, 2 landscape, or 1 of each? Too far up. Just trying to get as central as possible. That will do. We had a lot of thunder. Like, it's like we had the edge of it go over us last night, because Louisa is the first to tell us. That is our dog, my husband's guide dog. Yeah, she does not like Storm. She had a incident when she was a puppy and getting puppy raised, and she's petrified. One of each, says Sheila. Hello, Miss Bev. One of each. Okay, so these are embossed. So we are making one portrait, one landscape. Easy as that. So I'm going to pop, like here, off to the side, our example card, but we have changed it up. So I am going to highlight the wreath, mistletoe and all, with a blending brush. So I'll just pop one off to the side, and this will, so I just pounce this on, pounce a bit of it off, and I literally just go around. So this feels like it's still got a fair bit of ink in it because I'm not having to load it up too much. Now I do want it fairly green, but I don't want it like super dark. And it's super dark in places, and now I'm just grabbing those bits that are a bit lighter. I'm actually really happy with that. So this is the easy bit. I mean, the whole card is easy, honestly, but this is super duper easy. And if you want a more vibrant color, choose a darker green. I just wanted it light but buildable. So if you wanted it really, really light, you could. If you wanted it a bit darker, you can build the layers and do that as well. Okay, just with the ink left here, just going to go over those bits and bobs. I'm happy with that. So that's 2 card fronts with their base color. Oh, very cold wind in Fraser. Oh, not good. Well, Bev, are you cold in Canberra? I'm checking the whole country here. Well, the whole country that I can for those that are here. Okay, now I just need to remove that ink. And today I actually had my spray bottle ready on my desk because apparently in 15 minutes you can get a lot done. And I did. RWA is cold, Tanya. Are we just getting a whole cold snap across the country? Because it's funny, like WA and like our area, Sydney kind of area, does get very similar weather because we're on the same latitude. That's what I think it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and highlight the little dots, which I'm calling berries. I have my light and my dark cherry cobbler Stampin' blends. It doesn't actually matter which you use. You've noticed that too, yeah. The only thing I want you to be aware of is it's much easier to use the bullet end than it is to use the brush end because these are so tiny. Okay, so let's go through and go, oh, warm. That's nice, especially when you guys are almost in autumn. We are definitely getting the silly spring weather. Okay, so I'm just going in and I am dabbing the berries. I do not want to add a lot of pressure because these are Stampin' blends and I am putting this onto paper that has already been pressed. So it hasn't got the stability of the flat paper. So the paper just wants to suck all of the ink into the paper. So there's like no pressure, but I just want to make sure I get the whole berry. So this is a bit of a zen moment, and I can't look at comments just for the moment, but the good thing about this is it dries so quickly because these are our alcohol markers. So even though I'm going right to left instead of left to right, I shouldn't transfer any ink. Now, have I missed any? I do not think I have. So that is panel 1, and then I want to see what sentiments that could work. So just want to show you simple but impactful cards. So we've got a bit of inking but no stamping, and you've got lots of texture, which I love. And I like texture in all forms, whether it's using like designer series paper that looks like texture, like using a bit of twine. I will use ribbon at times. I don't have a super huge ribbon collection. At one stage I used to, and then I never seemed to go for it, put my hand to it, so I have a little bit, but not a whole lot. I am possibly thinking I might need some red ribbon. Sorry, concentrating. I think that one could do with a bit more of a dab to make it darker. But there you go, they are all done. Oh, the snowflake masks, they look lovely. Even though I'm not a snowflake person, they do look very nice and very easy to use. Oh, sorry, Anne, bye. Enjoy your visitors. Okay, so sentiments. I'm just going to pop this one off for a second. These don't want to slide today. And I do have a very clean glass mat. I'm just not sure what's going on. Okay, so I'm trying to think back to see what she used. I'm hoping it'll just jump out at me what she used, but then again it may not. Okay, so I don't think I have any of the big joys left. Maybe I do, but I don't really want to use it. I was thinking of using something that more spans the middle, so like Season's Greetings, although that is a little bit off. Even this lovely Merry Christmas. Because a wreath is, I think a wreath, oh, I still have 2 joys. I think a wreath definitely does more lend to Season's Greetings. So see, that spans it really, really nicely, like that. Yes, I think we are all very easily tempted around here. I think there was a Merry Christmas possibly. Let me flip back through. There's a Happy Christmas. Let's pop that one out and see. I could just put the Happy Christmas. It does look nicest in the middle, but I don't think this one is perfectly in the middle. We do have a Merry Christmas. There we go. So that one is in the same font as the Season's Greetings. Okay, I'm going to take that one off. Now I'm going to put this one on. So, what do we think of those? Oh, see you, Sheila. Thank you so much for popping in. The last of the marks has hearts on it, so it could be used for Valentine's Day. That is such a good idea. Stampin' Up is up there for thinking, I must say. Okay. So, I think I'm going to commit with these. Let me just grab my take your pick tool. Now, these, do you know what? I think I'm going to put them on some dimensional adhesive. So, I know that these are on adhesive. Now, you're going to think I'm a bit silly taking off the backing. Oh, don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. Come on. Okay. Please pray. There we go. I am going to grab my silicone mat because once bitten, I'm not going to... Right. Now if it flips over, it's going to be on the mat. So if I put dimensionals directly on this backing sheet, there is a risk that it'll just come off. Where if I put dimensionals directly onto the sticky, they will stick and nothing will come off. Me too, Leslie. Hello, by the way. Yes, I do agree with that as well. You use Happy Christmas in the UK more so. I do prefer Merry Christmas. I like Season's Greetings. What else? We do have a lot of Merry Christmases in here, from our house to yours, which is very nice. I do like a joy. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these, just pop a couple along. I'll probably use about 4, I think. There may be a 5th one that sneaks in, you never know. But I'm going to do this with both, just to show you, even though they're self-adhesive, we don't actually need to use them flat. We can pop them up. Okay, I'm going to use one in the middle here, and these ones are light-sized perfectly for our mini dimensionals. Okay, so I've done that one. Oh, Sheila, you are still there. Sorry, I thought you were leaving. Oh, you'll catch Susie's replay later. I misread the comment. Hey, Ida, how are you? Okay, now let's get these backings off whilst not sticking it to myself, which I think is a little bit impossible, but that's okay. Right, so this is our landscape. Big deep breath. Try and get this as straight as possible. You know, I think I need my T-square ruler. I don't think I can do it without assistance. Okay, doesn't matter which side I use it on. That's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. So here's one. And I think I'm going to embellish these ones a little bit differently, because I used bigger sentiments for both of these. So I think I'm going to do my embellishing differently, rather than being on the wreath, having it more centralized, or just around the sentiment rather than being all through the wreath. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Where did Cheryl come in? Did I miss Cheryl coming in? Why? Oh, hello, Cheryl. Sorry, you're directly... I was looking for another Cheryl. I do humbly apologise. But I do have another friend, Cheryl, that sometimes pops in, but more recently she catches the replay because it's too late for her. You like the humble... Oh, yes. Is that still... I've still got it on my shelf, but I'm not sure if I've checked whether it's still current, because it is definitely currently on the last chance list. So if you did like Humble Home, do make sure, and you want it, make sure you grab it before it's gone. That last chance list, some of those products do not last for very long at all. Okay, disentangle myself here. Grab, where'd they go? Over here. Right. I think this one's a little bit smaller than the other one. Come on. Thank you. Thanks. Sorry. Talking to the sentiment and myself. So if anyone thought I was saying thanks to them, I'm sorry, I wasn't. Okay. Now I've got perfect straight lines again on here. Okay, that one came off. And I've got a rogue one here. It lost its backing. Okay. I think I may need ones in the middle as well. It's looking like it may have a few saggy middles, and especially when this is adhesive, you may get a dip. So probably just there. It's not perfectly in the middle, but it will stop any sagging, because we don't want any of the adhesive at the back adhering to the card, because then you get a wavy sentiment rather than getting a lovely dimensional sentiment. Okay, one here. Always has to be one straggler. Okay, so I've done that one. Pick that up. Grab that here. Sorry, coming back up on screen a little bit. Okay, so that is not lined up edge to edge though. I don't think that's too bad, and I'm just going to leave it like that. Not perfect, because who is? Certainly not me. Okay, so these not glittered, traditional sparkling sequins. Their colours are gold, olive, pool party and real red. So I can use any colour my heart desires. I'm just going to do some auditioning. I am thinking the green might be nice because it's got enough red, and of course the gold is going to work really nicely as well. So I'm thinking of going here because I've already got my my berries up there. So I've got 3 different sizes. And just grab, don't want to use the super big ones, but that is still in the wreath, but it is more bringing your eye into that sentiment. Hello Sue, how are you? Oh, that's lovely. Oh, the T-square is great. So that's what I've got, and it's going on a cherry cobbler base, so that will bring it all together. For the Merry Christmas, I might use some of my old olive here, so I'm going to go one at the top. What? That one jumped really well. Come on. Okay, so 2 at the top. And one, maybe, just maybe, I just want to do that because I got berries top and bottom. So if I put those with the berries, it kind of looks a bit too clustered. So I've just done a little triangle there. This would look great with Winker Stella just dotted around as well, because that will give you some extra shine. If I try and open the right end, you might actually want to go in. Okay, because I don't want to lose any of these because they're so pretty. Okay, in, done, card bases. This is how easy. So, about half an hour. And I certainly wasn't going fast. Bone folder, please. Thank you. Okay, there's one. Here's two. I didn't get this score line very heavy in these cards at all, but it's there. Okay, so perfect. Some glue. Do we have a little bit of a blockage here? So let me clean the top of this. Okay, I think it looks clear. No, okay, I'm going to need one of my pins. This is just regular glue maintenance. It appears to be fine. Okay. Get off my finger. Don't want to, there we go. There just must have been the tinsiest little blockage that I didn't notice. Okay, so this will be our landscape card, so you can see how that cherry cobbler card base really does bring the whole card together. And of course I could have used gold sequins as well, and that would have looked just as gorgeous. This doesn't want to stick. Okay, where's Lorraine's comment? Yes, ones that can be used for other things as well. Yes, always helpful. Okay, bit of pressure and we're all good here. Okay. And right on here, and this is these cards done. So now I want to go ahead and play with the two-tone cardstock. I'm not sure what color green I want to play with. So I have all of the greens. So I could go for something quite dark and use Mossy Meadow or Garden Green, or try the soft seafoam that I didn't use today. Well, I have used it, but I haven't used the cardstock. Oh my God, you will need patience. And the TV, oh my word. That's asking a lot, Sheila. Okay. So let me look at, that's Regal's. Let me grab, oh my word. So I've put all my two-tone cardstock in, oh my dear word. These are really heavy to grab out. Hey Vic, how are you? I can't grab these out. There's gonna be one way I can do it, and I need to move some things. See, new phones don't bother me. My old phone bothers me when it's not working properly, which is why I get a new phone. But I think I'm just a basic phone user as such. Okay. Let's see if I can now get it out that I'm sliding. I really can't. My hands do not want to work. Well, that's one way to do it. Okay, and let's slide back in what I don't want. Okay, don't want that. So that is in colours. No, don't think I want Shy Shamrock today. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Maybe this one as well. So I was going to try one lighter, one darker, and see how I go. Okay, right. So I have all 10 colours in here, and I do have various sheets of all 10. So my soft sea foam would be that. So where am I going to put it? Put it on my head. So I have my soft sea foam, and I think I will grab some garden green. Oh, this time you are going, Sheila. Well, we will see you next time. Thank you for popping in. Okay. And that is Shaded Spruce. And this one is Garden Green. Okay. So, I've got those two out. Oh, look at that. I even picked up a pin. It is not stabbing me. How? The glue just pulled up my... Obviously, I have hairs on my finger. That was not the most comfortable thing ever. Okay, so now I want to cut a card front out of both of these. So, oh, actually, what size was I using for these ones? T-square rulers right here. It gives me centimeters and inches. So, oh, just a centimeter down. Okay. So, no, actually, I will cut this way first. So then that way I've got more of the paper left to play with other projects. And centimeter here. Okay, so this one, that's our garden green. So we've got lighter on one side, darker on the other, hence the two-tone. And then we will grab, so we've got darker and lighter. This is soft sea foam. The paper is roughly going away. It's not going to sit flying around on my desk. Okay. So I have both of these, and I am now going to emboss both of these. I think I'm going to do it offset because I just did these as central design, so I think I'll do these ones as the offset. And then I'm going to get some sanding paper. I'm going to have a bit of fun bringing out the white core. Okay, take that away. And then I do have some colouring in mind for this as well, which I wouldn't mind doing as well. Okay, let me just make sure I did, because I want to use the darker side. Yes. Okay. I think that will do nicely. Plate on the top is going to be helpful. Okay. Crank that through, nice and easy. You can feel there's pressure, but it's not too tight. Okay, so that didn't even crack. So there's no cracking there at all. So we've just got a full image. So that looks great just by itself. Yep, that one will do like that. Okay. Oh dear, that one moved. Well, that's okay. I can just cut that one down a bit, I think. I think that one just needs to be a little smaller. And I might do that now before this all gets far too messy. Because the size of the paper doesn't really make too much of a difference. So I've just taken it down 1/2 centimetre there, and I will make it 1/2 centimetre off here, just so I've got those even proportions. That looks better. There was just a bit too much space above there. Okay, this way I can see my sanding block, but I don't have long enough arms, so please just give me a sec. Ah, nice, Charlotte, very nice. I will talk to you about a bit about how we sell the two-tone cardstock in just a second. Hi ladies, so sorry about that. I really did need to properly move. Okay, now let's fix this up, shall we? I did really well there. I'm glad my phone's okay, since we were just talking about phones. Okay. While I was up, I also should have got my scissors off the floor. Hello, Tess, how are you? That was an oops, Bev. I should have actually got up, walked around the table and grabbed what I needed instead of what I did. So this is a very old Stampin' Up! Sanding block. Any sandpaper would do. The camera fell down, definitely. Oh, Charlotte, that's funny. I'm going to have to go back and watch it on the replay. So, because this is paper and not cardstock, I want you to use a very light hand. So, literally, I am just dragging this across. I'm not putting pressure. I'm just letting it sand wherever on those very, very high spots. Now, of course, you can go, and remember, this is a 3D embossing folder. So we do have a lot more high spots on these embossing folders than we do on a standard embossing folder. So you can see that white core really comes through and highlights the design. And of course I can use the corner of it to go a little deeper and get some of those other details. This part I am putting a little bit more pressure on, and I am just using that corner just to grab a few more of those details. Now this looks snowy. Now I could add, maybe I could add some of that soft seafoam ink and get a tone on tone look. That I think would look really pretty. Or we can leave it white. Now you can go as far as you want. You like that? I am well, thank you, Tess. So yeah, that is, you can see little effort for maximum bang. So there you go. That is a much better look to see what I have done. Now I do want to just get rid of those paper files, or the bits of paper that we have sanded off. Not that I could see any of them, but I know they were there. So, do I add some ink to this or leave it white? Now I'm going to see how this one looks, because I think this one's going to give, because it's so light. Oh no, you can still... Sorry, moving my bangle so I don't... Oh, thank you, Tess. That's lovely of you to give me a super chat. I appreciate that. They will all go back into me buying supplies to share with you here. So use the corner just to go in again. This one I think inked over will look interesting because you're not getting as much. So you're getting some contrast, but maybe not quite as much. So do you want me to ink them over or leave them with the white? Okay, I will wipe this over just with the microfiber cloth, and I need to choose some more sentiments. And of course I can do more sanding on them. You just tell me. I could, okay, let's colour, well I could colour the berries on both of them. Let's see how it looks, because I'm just using... Oh, thank you, Tess. Yes, my favourite colour is purple too. It's a bit harder to see the berries on this. Oh, they look good. And they're two-toned as well, because some of them I've got the white and some of them I haven't. So we're doing same design, different base paper. There you go. This one here. This one here. Yeah. Oh, it looks totally different. Kind of looks like they're glowing because of the white, where the garden green is still taking on the red really, really nicely. But yeah, it's very, very different. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Now, I might colour the berries red over here still as well. But maybe, don't know. Do I leave them white? This is what I want to know. So we're colouring in the berries, but do I leave the sanded pieces white, or do I go over them with a blending brush? So this paper takes on the Stampin' Blend just as well as the basic white cardstock. I don't get as much of the two-tone on the lighter paper as I do on the dark. These are just going completely red because I've used the soft sea foam. Almost there. I've probably butchered the paper even more with the sanding on this one. Okay, so no comments yet. So I will look at sentiments. Now, I kind of like the banner. So I really like this banner. See, that actually looks really pretty in the middle there. And we do have a Happy Christmas version as well, if that's your jam. I don't think I want to use a circle in a circle. Now, I know I could, but I don't think I do. Now, from our house to yours in that script, or I could use from our house to yours in this as well. Just having a look, there are a few things repeated in similar ways, but also you get 2 sheets of everything because there are 6 sheets. I think I'm happy. Okay. Would the blended ink look much different on the white sanded part than it does on the cardstock colour? I think it would. I kind of like the white on the dark green, maybe the soft sea foam. Okay, let's pep talk the soft sea foam because I think we will get more bang on the soft sea foam. Okay, so we've got our sentiments there. We're going to use tone on tone, so soft sea foam on soft sea foam. And we will lose the white, but I think it will soak up differently, possibly. See, it goes back to looking normal. How very interesting. Now it is actually going darker. So even though we're using the soft sea foam base, and I am using more ink because it's already soft sea foam, if that makes sense. Okay, I didn't mind the white, but it's great to check and see what it would look like. Do you want to come in, Louisa? So I showed you what it looks like sanded. You can still kind of see that sanded texture. Okay. You like the contrast? That does look better. So yeah, and because I chose a dark and a light, they were always going to look different. And the inking definitely does make this wreath pop more. Because can you imagine if we use that side? That would look, the contrast would be amazing if we use the lighter side. I'm just going to go in and grab these others. Okay, right. I love this experimenting with you girls. Okay, just close this up. I can't close it because my scissors are on the ground. Under my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine now. Okay, give that a spray. And just plain water. Don't need alcohol or anything like that. Plain water cleans up this mat perfectly, even if I've got adhesive on it. I just use a little bit extra, a little bit. Sorry, David's on the phone now. I'm thinking, is he talking to me? But he was not. Okay, I've got that now. Card bases. Do you know what I'm almost thinking? Of putting that one like that. We're just doing card base check. That looks really good with that. Okay, card base check for this one. Cherry cobbler for the win on both of them. Okay, I'm going to need to cut more cherry cobbler. Oh no, I have a card base in there. On Tuesday I did say future Ellen would thank present Ellen, and she has. Talking about myself in third person. It is a bit fun on its side, isn't it? I was almost thinking about it being on its side when I was putting it in the embossing folder. It was one of the fleeting thoughts I had. So, bone folder, where did I put you? Okay, we're not playing with that bone folder because it's now on the floor. We're going to grab out my very inky, re-inking ink folder. Okay, that one just like that. Move these over here. And this one, don't worry, this bone folder is just stained. It hasn't got any fresh ink on it. Haven't had to re-ink in a while. The berries on the dark green one are getting lost. Now, if I show it to you a bit closer up, Bev, you mean on the red? So should I maybe look at a basic white card base? I can do that. That might make everything pop a little bit more. Oh. I had the right one to start with. La 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 la. Don't worry about me here. She's all good. Okay, so on. Is that a better pop, Bev? Oh yeah, I could just use a white mat. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. And I can show you like close up because I'm seeing it a lot closer than what you are. And then with the white, now I could ink up these. There is nothing saying the white. Okay, Sharon. Sharon has spoken. Love it. And then I've still got that card base for later. And I've got this white one pre-prepared. Go us. Right. Now, glue, 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 glue. You can, yeah. They do, and it's just, yes, thank you, girls. I'm glad you said something. Never think you can't give me suggestions while on the lives. I take all suggestions into consideration. But yes, the red berries are looking very different on the garden green than what they do on the soft sea foam. But it gives you I've given you a good look of a light and a dark. And you can do this with any. Sorry, just trying to get it like so. And the like so is not happening currently. There we go. If I hold my hand on it, the like so should work really well. Okay, that's one. Now make sure we're opening the right way. Yes, we are. And we're seeing more white on this card because I did have to cut it down a little bit because of an error during embossing. Yeah, it does look like white ink, but it's the white core of the cardstock. Or is it two-tone cardstock? Yes. See, they call it cardstock, but definitely is the weight of a paper. Like, definitely the weight of the paper. So you can buy, what I was going to say before, and I got totally waylaid, is you can buy our two-tone cardstock in a few different ways. So in the annual catalogue, they do show the cardstock in single colour packs. So when it came out, I did a paper share and people got so many pieces of each colour. So I actually own each colour of the two-tone cardstock. The other way you can do it is we come out with cardstock packs to go with our scrapbooking kits. So so that is a good way to build up your collection as well, is just buying it in those color packs. And you normally get a couple of sheets of each. So rather than buying, I think it's 12 sheets to a single color pack, you can build up your collection, unless you know you're going to use, for argument's sake, this garden green, you're going to use it because of Christmas. And I'm going to grab this again because I don't trust myself. If you know you're going to use it, sure, buy a pack. But if you just want to dabble with some colours, you can definitely buy the other packs. Yes, awesome, Bev. I'm so glad you like it on there because I do as well. Loving the interaction and suggestions. Okay. Oh, please don't. Thank you. Okay, so I just need two here. Great. Not upside down. that will do. There will be embellishing. I'm actually thinking of using my loose gold sequins. Okay, for this one I'm not sure. I might use the loose gold sequins on that as well, just not totally tied down yet. And of course I'm going to end up with those all over the floor. Great. Take this off. You bought 2 of the multi-packs, and it's great with every catalogue, or even with every release. So with the both mini catalogues and the online exclusive releases, we are getting different cardstock packs. So it is definitely a great way if you don't want to go the whole hog, because it was $900 and something to buy all of the paper. I do remember that, because when I worked it out, I nearly had a coronary. But then some lovely ladies shared that with me, so it was really good. You bought the Weekend Adventure Pack because it has colours I always use. And that's exactly the way you want to do it. Go for ones with colours that you're going to do. Oh, fair enough, Charlotte. It is a lot of white when the card bases aren't folded. I do agree. Yeah, I knew it'd be the perfect amount. Okay. From our house to yours, and using the sequins is definitely going to ground these pieces. So let's open this without okay, I should be using a tool, not my jewels, aka nails. Okay, got it. Now I've just got to put it down. Perfect. Okay, now we are going to use some little tiny dots of glue. Okay, and I am going to use my normal take your pick tool and pick them up and place them into place. Okay, one, and so we have various different sizes in here. Oh. And can I find a medium that is right way up? I think I can. Oh, take 2. I'll get off my finger. It really doesn't want to get off my finger. Now we're going to tell it who's boss. There we go. So you can see that we've just really grounded that sentiment just using the embellishments. Okay, now with this one I definitely want to use the gold. I think that will just pop beautifully off here, and just one up here. Okay, try this again. Take some deep breaths, see what we can grab. Okay, that one's there. Come on. Seriously. Yes, a red bow would look great if I had red ribbon. I do not have red ribbon and I do not have red twine. But yes, I do not disagree that that would look absolutely lovely. So that is a great idea for all of you. Okay. Two-handed job for this one. Even like red embellishments would look good, but I think we have enough red here now. Before anything changes, lid on. They are not going anywhere. Yes, they are. Corinne, I really do love the suggestion, but I don't have anything. So that is a Merry Christmas card. So we didn't do anything to that, but I can tell you, if we had put some ink on this, this would be two-tone green. But we left it white, and I love it that way. But you can definitely change it up by having two-tone green. So there's that one. This is a little bit more like the original. So we've got the soft sea foam ink on the soft sea foam two-tone cardstock, and I love soft sea foam and cherry cobbler. Yeah, I am a bit of a lover of soft sea foam. So these are the two we did with two-tone cardstock. These are the ones we did with just our basic white cardstock. So same but different. So the white, the ink comes up really easily. On the two-tone, the ink makes it darker. So you've still got the same color but the darker ink, and then we've got the sanding, which brought out the white core. This one did have sanding in it originally, but we went in a different direction. So thank you, girls, for taking me in directions I mightn't have possibly gone today. So I've had a lot of fun playing with the traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder. I have more ideas with this. Oh, thank you. I have more ideas with this, so be very happy to come back and share them another day. We did use the greetings for you sentiments, so no stamping, and I did pull off the backing for all of them and put them on dimensional, so that gives them a different look as well. So the original cards, I just put the sentiment on flat and didn't put any dimensionals on them, so that's a different look as well. My screen has not come back. Hopefully it comes back in a second. There we go. Oh, thank you, girls. I'm so glad you like them. Another, it's got some technique in it, but simple cards with texture. Happy to help, happy to give you ideas, Sharon. And of course, using the embossing folder by itself without anything is so classically beautiful. So you can definitely do that as well, but with a few simple steps we can step it up a little bit whilst keeping it simple. So I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I will be back on Tuesday. I haven't checked the diary, but I generally keep my Tuesdays free to come and play with you guys. So I hope you stay dry and at a good temperature, not too hot, not too cold, and you get some crafting in as well. So I will see you then. Any questions, please ask. Bye.